Well, if you watched the Super Bowl last night, you probably saw the ad that is creating quite a big brouhaha.
Oh, brewers of Miller Lite, we received your corn syrup by mistake.
That's not our corn syrup. We received our shipment this morning.
You're joking.
Try the Coors Light Castle. They also use corn syrup.
Like many people, you probably had no idea that corn syrup even went into some beers, and now you're left wondering, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing?
And the ad campaign has one group now extremely upset with AB InBev. Ray Preston live tonight in the newsroom with this story.
Well, you could say the National Corn Growers Association, which is based right here in West St. Louis County, is livid over the ad. Now, it's asking for AB InBev to pull the campaign. But let's start with the corn syrup, and whether it's a good thing or a bad thing in a beer, well, we're told it doesn't really matter much. We went to Square One Brewery in Lafayette Square.
So the initial step is the malt getting mixed with hot water.
And asked John Whitty about it. He's with the St. Louis Brewers Heritage Foundation. It promotes all breweries around St. Louis, no matter how big or small.
It's an issue that's been created that's not an issue.
But it is an issue that has people talking. Now, as far as using corn syrup, it's basically consumed by the yeast while brewing.
It's a sugar that ultimately feeds the yeast, and the yeast converts it to some flavor compounds and alcohol and carbon dioxide.
Social media, as it so often does, lit up over the issue. But beer drinkers we spoke with kind of shrugged it off.
I don't think it should make a difference, because if it's going to convert to alcohol anyway.
I like beer. I'm just a beer drinker in general, so again, it has no direct influence on me whatsoever.
I don't look at beer as a healthy option, so when I drink it, I'm not worried about it.
But the corn growers are now worried about vilifying corn syrup. The National Corn Growers Association tweeted to AB InBev how disappointed the farmers are in the brewery.
They're tired of this. That was a gratuitous attack on the corn industry at a time when our folks are suffering disastrously low prices, and I don't know what good it served.
Now, AB InBev did release a statement saying it supports corn growers and only meant to point out the difference between Bud Light and other beers. Now, one football fan did observe that maybe there's so much attention paid to this issue during the Super Bowl because the game itself was pretty much a bore. Reporting live from the newsroom, Ray Preston, News 4.
The